Ba-ding! Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and I am in pain. All of our non-binary friends, and I am in pain. Oh, I discovered why my arm hurts so much. I have a huge knot back here. Holy smokes, it is bad. I have to pull my shoulder back or else it's just killing me. I gotta buy a tennis ball or something so I can put it between the wall and try to smash that thing out. It's agony. Past that, I got to sleep at least a little bit. I can't lie on my back because then my legs go numb. I can't sleep on my right side because of this. I can't sleep on my stomach. I can't breathe. And then I've only got one side I can sleep on. So, yay. Still, it is gray and cloudyish out there. Thumbs up, and I hope you slept better than I did, but at least I slept a little. Still, front-loading your videos. Hey, if you could toss me a like, that'd be awesome. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be double plus good. If you could leave me a comment, that too would be even more double plus good. And I would like to thank these people on my Patreon list. I'm going to be starting again the next time I do so, but I managed to remember to change this, so very, very cool. Thank you, each and every one of you, for being who you are and helping me out and my aging pet. We do both appreciate that to no end. If you would like to become a Patreon patron, if you would like to become a Patreon patron, there are links in the video description, as well as to a PayPal for possible donations and an Amazon wish list link if I can ever get around to updating it. That's the word. So thumbs up, and front loading a video is over. This is torture. There's nothing I can do except try to pull this back and stretch. When I'm doing this, it doesn't hurt as much because I'm stretching it out. And if I smash it, it hurts locally right up here, but then it doesn't hurt as much in the rest of it. So I've got a knot. I've got muscle fibers that are adhesed together, and it is torture. So yeah, I got to get that tennis ball and try to smash it out. Joy on that. So yeah, it's fun. Hopefully, like I say, you're doing better than I am, because this is just terrible. I'm having to use my mouse left-handed. I have to use the left side of my keyboard left-handed. Luckily, while I'm not left-handed, I am semi-ambidextrous. I've been kind of ambidextrous. If you're right-handed, left-handed, right in the middle, perfectly ambidextrous. I've always been like right here, be able to use my left hand more than a lot of people can. When I accidentally severed my radial nerve and my hand was paralyzed for years, just didn't work. There were no signals going through there. When that happened, I went from about here to whoosh. If it takes 49%, well, 50 and 50, I was like at 48% on the ambidextrous side. The only thing I can't do with this hand is write quickly or sign my name. So thankfully, I can whip around and use a mouse with my left, but ugh. And this just happened fairly recently. And you know what I've been doing fairly recently? Putting my leg up because of the cellulitis. I think the way that I had to position myself because of the stress I put on my lower back, that it went and stressed out my upper back here, because I got scoliosis. My shoulders pushed forward and it's not just that my shoulders pushed forward, because when it did this when I was younger, this side of my rib cage is not as developed as it should be. It is less than this side, so there's less space. Luckily, not terrible, but it is underdeveloped on that side because it pulls my shoulder forward. My upper vertebrae are twisted. They're still in line, they just go like this. And that pushes all this forward, so joy. So, trying to keep this back. And of course, what doesn't help, this did not help in the slightest. Yesterday, because of the injury, because I'm still, well, I call it injury, the cellulitis that I've been fighting in my left leg, along with all these other things, the insomnia as on top of stuff, I kept falling asleep in my chair here. And what happens when I fall asleep? My head hangs forward. And when your head hangs forward, you've got 3 to 5 pounds of weight pulling on things like muscles back here. So that certainly didn't help. And yeah, unfortunately with my back injuries, I can't lay on my back for very, very long at all. If I put something underneath my knees and I have some lumbar support, I can stay on my back longer, but eventually my legs will go numb and I won't be able to move them and I will be in agony. So I can't lay on my back, and I couldn't lay on this side, and my head doesn't turn far enough side to side, especially with this knot here right now, that I can lay on my stomach. So that left one side for me to sleep on last night, just my left. So, because I kept falling asleep yesterday, and with all this stuff that I've been going through, I didn't get much done of anything at all yesterday. I wasn't able to record and upload anything because I kept falling asleep. And because I have apnea, I don't just forget to breathe when I'm sleeping. I sometimes forget to breathe when I'm awake. And then I notice it because I'm really short of breath because I'm not breathing. And then I have to breathe manually for about 30 to 40 seconds before my body picks up and remembers. And I can't pull my shoulder back too far because of the scoliosis. If I pull it back to where it should be, then this goes numb. It cuts off the circulation going into here. So I can't even pull it back to get rid of the pain properly. But what was I saying? Yeah, sleeping on my back and all that, I think. Yeah, and then laying on my side, can't sleep on my stomach, so it leaves one side to lay on. So, let me see if there's anything else that I've got there. Oh, yes. With my leg now. This morning, getting up out of bed, I am not ready to declare victory. That would be premature. But, it looks good. It doesn't feel terrible. I couldn't see any coloration on it. Well, I mean, there's coloration, I'm not transparent. But there wasn't any red discoloration, there was no extra pain, there was no real swelling aside from the entirety of my right leg has a tiny bit of swelling. I mean, literally, this does an example, if my right leg is this side, my right leg is this side, my left leg is this size. Just that much more. So, that's good. I'm not going to put my leg up today because, So, because of that, I was really unable to do any thinking at all, not just creative thinking. I mean, after I finished vlogging yesterday, I started instantly falling asleep. I woke up at 10 o'clock feeling like I'd been asleep for hours, but it had been like 20 minutes, and it was like every single hour up until noon that kept happening until it became the norm. I was just falling asleep and not being awake up until around 4 o'clock. So 6 hours of just on and off trying to watch videos. Yay. So thumbs up on that. There are a few things I want to talk about. Like taking a look on my list here, there's very, very little. Once again, even though you will hear and see the advocates for cannabis talking about the joys and the pleasures and the wonderful and saying everyone should do it, there are downsides, and I don't just mean your increased risk of having, if you are going to have schizophrenia when you are older and you partake of cannabis when you are younger, you will get those symptoms of schizophrenia happening much, much earlier than if you had not partaken of cannabis. That's a problem. But There are things. Paranoia has been a big thing of jokes about because it's real for people. Oh well, my DualShock 4 disconnected when they partake of cannabis. Whether you're ingesting via lung or via drink or edible, there is a risk of paranoia. It can happen. It's not good. And there are times, and especially in my past, when I have partaken of cannabis, and then my heart is not happy. Back in the 90s, was it in the 90s or late 80s? Something around like there. I can't even remember the time. It's been like 30 years ago, but while I can't remember the exact time, I remember what happened. I and some friends had partaken of cannabis, and my heart hurt. It felt like someone had tied ropes around it and was periodically trying to yank it through my rib cage. Oh my God. So there are physical effects that are not fun, and depending on who you are and your personal body chemistry, yeah, if you are going to partake, please take it slowly. You don't want to be in an altered state of mind when you're having these sorts of things happen. And you don't know if these sorts of things are going to happen until and unless you run across it. Even the paranoia is terrible. So it's not for everybody, not for everything, and I advocate for it, but carefully. And of course, it is so hurting right down in here too because of what's going on up here. Everything is connected, and my forearm is hurting. Oh. And then having to pull back like that, of course, is stressing out everything, which is going to lead to extra pain in extra parts of my body. So yay, as I tug on my shirt obsessively. Is there anything else? Not really. I mean, when I was out on walkies, I was trying to think of various characters and situations and things about my settings, but I can't really think of much. I didn't really think about my creative stuff as much as I tried while I was out on walkies. Not from lack of wanting to. So, joy on that. Still though, I'm trying my best, and hopefully you're trying your best. And as stated, when I go up to the store today, and I'm going to go early because this is killing me, I'm going to have to try and find... tennis balls are probably expensive, so I'm going to have to check like dog toys to see if there's a tennis ball type dog toy. I don't need it to be an actual tennis ball. I just need some kind of ball-like thing, which I don't have, that can withstand being between me and the wall and then getting squashed so that the ball doesn't get crushed and I can break apart these sticking muscle fibers. It is torture. Have I mentioned that before? That is torture? Yeah, joy on that. So, anyway, I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank how many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. And even though I count American Sign Language, possibly, I only do it for stimming purposes. I'm squashing this thing. I am squashing this knot. And it doesn't hurt to move my arm as I crush the muscle fibers back there. If I let go, it's going to go back into immediate pain. Why the body works like this, I don't know, but it does. So let me call up my Chrome. Oh God, how am I going to do this with my left hand when I count on my left? Okay, well, I'm just going to thank people, and then, the minute I had to let go, pain. We have, take out my glasses so I can see. Oh, you got a Cure on Blu-ray. That would be pretty cool there. Jesse Koskinen, thumbs up and thank you. Good to see you. And then It's Roulette, greatly appreciated by golly. And thumbs up. We have Kethul, Kethull, thumbs up and thank you. There is Dark Druid's Veil, thumbs up and thank you much. Greatly appreciated, and hopefully you'll stick around, and if not, then thank you for at least watching. There is JAYY, thumbs up and thank you, greatly appreciated. 77 Arcturus. My back's doing better, low back. Oh, so yay on. It's fun being organic. There is Common Sense, thumbs up and thank you. Nexar EH, here is hoping that you continue to get better. It's good to know that you are actually doing better. Oh, I am so sorry you have to deal with all the issues that you do. I wish I had a magic button I could press for everyone in the world. We have Chris, greatly appreciated, and thumbs up, and Floramu, thumbs up, thank you much, greatly appreciated, and always good to see and hear from you. We have Alla Walker, thumbs up and thank you, and that is it. Greatly appreciated, each and every one of you for having left me any comments at all. You get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, and that is appreciated. Squash that thing. It hurts locally right where I'm squashing it. But, it's such a relief immediately. Joy on that. So, yeah, I'm just gonna, you gotta put my glasses back on so I can at least partially see some things close up and far away, just not in the middle zone. I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna get something to try and crush this thing up. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time doing that. I am hoping, I can't use a mouse on this side, and it's painful to use a controller. I can still do it, it just hurts. So until I can get this under control, I don't know what I'm going to be doing game-wise. Hopefully, if I can use a controller, Dead Island. So we shall see. Thumbs up. Still, though, hopefully you're going to do better than I'm doing right now. So, yeah, I'm get this thing ready so I can wave it in the air like I just don't care, and I can say goodbye. Yeah. I don't even have any good words like I usually do. I'm just fading out in general, so thank you. Greatly appreciated. I will see you on the flip side. Hopefully I can use this controller or my Xbox controller and get something done later today. So you take care, and I will see you on the flip side.